How's it going, guys? How you doing?
Hey, Leo, how's the intensity so far on 2 days of private practice? What's that intensity like going on this season?
Yeah, it's been really good. You know, you see a lot of guys coming out here and competing, having fun. Guys who haven't been here before kind of wake up to it. We haven't had the hottest days. We have the hottest days ahead of us, and we're still struggling, physically and putting ourselves in that position, to succeed in the future.
You can do a lot of different things, and Steve is used in a lot of different ways. How do you expect maybe your role to expand now that really is no longer with the team?
It's really anything they ask me to do. I have certain strengths, to my game, whether it's getting on the line, addressing blockers. So it's really just doing whatever Spags asks me to do, lining up in the A-gap, on the edge, off the ball. I'm getting more and more comfortable with, the things I didn't do in college. And, hopefully it'll get me more time on the field and, help the team out as best I can.
How much do you enjoy that joker position, just being able to do a lot of different stuff, just depending on the look?
Yeah, no, it's really good. I work with, George, Chris, Coach Terry all season, some of the off season, working on D-line moves and, trying to put myself in that position and trying to be kind of like, trying to look at like Mike Dana, he's a dude that everyone like respects, look his work ethic and what he can do. So I try to, watch him a little bit because he's a great player and it's an honor to be able to, step in when it's needed.
You're going against Travis so frequently out here. What are your impressions of him and what he's still able to do out here?
And it's crazy. The most impressive thing is like the energy he brings. Whatever year it is, he's been in the league a while. He's still dominating. He's still bringing the energy in OTAs. Like he's still out here doing everything at a top level, but also like bringing his teammates up with him. This late in his career. It's pretty cool.
You say he brings the energy. What do you mean by that? What leads you to say that? What things have you seen?
It's everything you guys see, man. Whether it's, anytime he's getting on the field, he's pumping us up. Every time we're walking out on the field, let's go, boys, let's go. Every great play somebody makes, a singular player, he'll call him out specifically or, go on the sideline after the play, like, that's great, keep it going. He's so personable, but at the same time, he's a great leader.
Remember your first interaction with him when you first got here?
Oh, first interaction.
On the practice field maybe, or OTA or whatever?
Yeah, it's kind of like the example I gave, like, hey, Leo, let's go, it's time to go. First walk in as a rookie and stuff, and it's like, dude, this dude knows me. He knows my name. He's the greatest tight end in the game. But he's like that. Like, you walk in as a rookie, and he gives you so much respect and, so much encouragement throughout the season, off season.
You've been in 2 years, you won 2 Super Bowl titles. How have you been able to, with the new rookie class, kind of instill in them on what this team is looking for, and how has the linebacking core group, kind of brought them in along the way?
It's days like this. It gets a little hot. We get the pads on. It feels a little longer. It's just the encouragement. Just like we talked about with Travis. It's encouraging them. Like, hey, this is the standard. Coach Spags, Coach Reed expects something of us, and we got to bring it. Like, yeah, we're tired. We're all feeling it. We're on our hands and knees, like feeling it, and we know we got 5-10 plays ahead of us. That's when you got to dig down and grind, and we kind of have to bring everybody together and let them understand, like, hey, this is what it's going to be like in a game. Like, we got to bring it in now.
You spent much time going through the Super Bowl, the video of the Super Bowl last year?
Not a whole lot. I just spent the off season try to enjoy time with family and stuff like that. Learn from the bad in the game and try to take from the good, but wasn't trying to rewatch it a ton.
What are your thoughts about the way you played specifically?
I thought I did well, getting on the ball, addressing guards, stuff like that, and being aggressive, making tackles, and really having that extra week in the Super Bowl. You really get to focus in on emphasizing a punch, somebody carrying the ball, and you get to visualize certain things that you wouldn't be able to in a normal game week, and have that extra time really helped. So yeah, try to bring it forward.
I'm interested in the jump you made from year 1 to year 2. Was that difficult? Was there a revelation in year 2 that you didn't have in year 1? And just thinking about others who are making that jump this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing special, nothing crazy. It's just knowing that I've been here before, knowing that I've been in the position, even going back to the Super Bowl. It's it's a Super Bowl. It's the biggest game you can have, but it's realizing, hey, we got this. Let's, bring in the emotion a little bit. We've been here before, so just teaching the guys, hey, that's our goal, but just try to live in the moment and, act like we've been here before, and just try to think about it that way.
We'll go 3 more. Nate, PJ, and Matt. Leo, Spags likes to use you more in the postseason than in the regular season at sometimes. How much did that do from a confidence standpoint, and do you feel like that was sort of the first idea of what your role could be for this season? All the details, all the sort of
Yeah, I mean, when you get thrown into the fire, and the biggest fire is the playoffs, most pressure. Everybody's relying on you. That really builds somebody. It builds their confidence. It builds the habits in games when you're feeling it the most. So it's a great honor when Coach Spags asked me to step up, and like you said, it's like bringing it into the next season, and kind of building on it. Because that's the best position you could be in, get called upon here.
Leo, a lot has been made of your run defense when you were coming in, and your pass coverage has progressed just ever since you've been here. Is that just more familiar with the playbook, or is that just kind of just learning steadily as you go?
Yeah, it's honing in on details and really listening to Coach Points. Is our Wisconsin defense, we're a top defense statistically. It's like, but we weren't asked to open up our hips and find routes visually with our eyes. This is a whole different defense, and you get time in the system and reps over and over and over again that you wouldn't get in college. You start to learn, no matter how bad you were before, it's like you got to get better no matter what. Like the game's going quick, so luckily I have progressed a little bit, and I want to continue to grow.
Leo, you obviously didn't get to play a ton with both Nick and Drew on the field together at the same time last year. This year, I mean, you're in the base together. What is it like when the three of you are out there in the field? I mean, do you get a different energy? Is there a different camaraderie feel to it? Do you have an identity yet, like you did in college?
Yeah, I mean it's a great group, and we lost Willie. He was a great dude, great energy, great ball energy. It's just different, and we have a great group of guys here, playmakers across the board, and it's an honor playing against Nick, who's proved himself over and over again, continues to prove himself, and then Drew, who came in and just balled out right away, and I'm just trying to grow my game and be able to help them out as much as I can. So.
Thanks, Leo.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you, Leo.